Tony Five.
Same man, yeah man. Hey man, we right back at him.
Back at it.
Hit the where the cash registers at? Where the big money at, man? Welcome to Certified Talk, man. You rocking with your host and your co-host, J.O., J-Mo, J.M., G. Smith. Man, live at the Certified Hip Hut.
Definitely.
Man, we got a big show, man. Shit been crazy nowadays, man. We gonna cover this Shannon Sharpe issue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got the school stabbing with, what's his name, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
That's a big controversial one right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, man, that one's huge, bro. Like, we really gonna break down some real shit about that one. We got some things to say.
Yeah,
you know, that's
perspectives on, you know.
Yeah, man, that shit there just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and we gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe and this Tony Bugsby. Yeah. Hey, Kevin Gates said something crazy about, you know, LeBron's wife. You know, he's sending shots out there.
Well, it ain't that dude. He known for making comments.
Hey, boy, the
boy
boy's a genius.
By married,
Yeah.
married people's spouses. That's what he do. I don't know why people feed into it. You know?
Hey, man, look, man, it got to be something to feed into, man.
I guess so. You know, if you ain't got
as a content creator, man, I find that genius. And then for LeBron to kind of respond to it. You know, it's all about what you respond to.
Yeah, see, once LeBron responded to it, Kevin won.
He won.
Yeah.
So what he said was, LeBron, he's a big ball player. He's legendary. You know, he's one of the GOATs of our time. He's the leading scorer. He holds a bunch of different records. They just lost today.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, they just lost today.
In good fashion.
He dropped 27, you know what I'm saying? So he doing
it
everything.
Enough.
It wasn't enough. He did everything he can do as a 40-year-old ball player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes you gotta pass the crown.
I think he passing it too much, man. You understand?
No, he gotta pass the crown on.
Oh man, no, man. Hey man, look, I come off this corner when I get off my bricks.
Okay.
When I get off my bricks, that's when I come off this corner.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, wait till I get off my bricks.
Okay.
You know? So so Kevin Gates say, he was asked if he would trade places with LeBron, right?
He was asked that?
He was asked that. I don't feel like he was asked. You know how content creation.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me, nigga, I just thought of this and I want to throw it on somebody else so I can throw it out here. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So yeah, he goes to say,
a hypothetical.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to trade places with LeBron because of how his woman look at him. And so it is kind of, this little clip going on of how Savannah, which is LeBron's wife, looking at him during the game. She got like a frown on her face and everything. But then when you look at other clips, it's this one viral clip of this woman looking at LeBron like he
a piece of meat or something.
Hey, he a meal.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? He a meal. So at the same time, I can understand what he was saying. So what you think about that?
Yeah, a lot of times people be from the outside looking in. You don't really know what situations is like.
That's fact.
And then you catch fans. You got to understand, like fans is look at celebrities or prominent figures. Mm-hmm. They look at it like something that they can't have. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So by his wife, which he's around, she around him every day. Yeah, he just LeBron. She was there before the money came. You know what I'm saying? Before all the big glamour, like he had to build his career. Like he came in, he was a young superstar, but at the same time, a lot of them come in and they be bust. So he's still. So she was there since day one.
Yeah.
So at
high school.
So like, why would I look at you like I don't want people that know me?
Yeah.
If I were to become famous, like if I know you finna be looking at me, starstruck. So why should she be starstruck with the man that she been with all her life? And then you got these groupies on the sideline.
Ready to eat your lunch, boy.
Yeah, but you're untouchable to them.
Yeah.
So they looking at you like, you know what I'm saying, like a Rolls Royce or something that, you know, the average thing that
they
you can't
want to drive it too.
But you can't get into it.
They want to drive it too.
Yeah, man, it's just
like... they want to drive it.
It really, I look at it as pretty much just like window shopping to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I would never... Now, it would be different if they was like arguing and stuff in public, but you're going by a person's facial expressions and shit. Like, y'all looking a little too deep into people's personal lives. Yeah. And I bet they get aggravated too, man, because I'm like, man, at the end of the day, we still human beings. Yeah. And you got to get up. It's like, man, I can't, man, if I breathe wrong, I got millions of people gonna say, "Hey, he was breathing funny today." I'm like, man, come on, man. I wouldn't even want to deal with that. But you know, it's it's the life you choose. You know, it come with the money.
It come with you being a public figure.
Yeah, so you have silly ass topics. People talking about silly shit that you can't control.
I can't wait for them to talk about.
Yeah, man. To me, Kevin Gates is, you know what I'm saying, he's an entertainer. He said all kind of wild stuff.
Yeah.
He dress wild. He do all kind of stuff.
I fuck with Kevin Gates.
Man, I fuck with Kevin. I like his, his music. It's cool, when I be.
But he does sound extra smart to dumb niggas too, though. I must say.
Yeah, and I done seen him slip in some stuff that didn't make no sense, but he just made it sound good.
I ain't saying that he ain't a smart brother, because he is a pretty smart brother.
He seemed like one of the brothers that I done ran into that he come out the penitentiary, read a whole bunch of books and know some words. Don't know how to always put them in the right place, but it just sound good.
Yeah, I think he a very intelligent guy.
He can rap though.
He make good music. He make good music.
Yeah, when it comes to the culture, he makes some good music.
No, but as far as like a marketing tool, as far as
the content creator, sometimes it'll make you think what side of the fence he on.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. When them squat down pose, and he busted it open. I didn't see him.
People is eating ass because of Kevin Gates nowadays.
Well, you got a lot.
He was the first one talking about eating the groceries and all of that.
No, it's been that conversation been around a long time.
No,
but if Kevin Gates was your influence, then you probably I guess you got people that wake up looking for like, hey, tell me how to live. I don't know.
It's a lot of people that's out there like that too.
Yeah, I know. They wake up every day. They don't have no life for themselves. It's like, hey, man, y'all tell me what to do, and then I'm gonna do it.
I would say. Kind of taking the conversation away from LeBron James and Savannah James. It's a lot of guys out here that feel like having a woman in your corner with that type of frown, that type of facial structure, or that type of energy that they bring to you is not the woman that you should have in your corner.
Sometimes that could be true, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes that could be true, but it's up to that individual to recognize that too. If like, hey, that may be, you got some women, and they call it the resting bitch face. They just look like that. Yeah, they really be cool people till you talk to them.
Exactly.
I know a lot of people misconstrue my face all the time.
Man,
they be like, hey, man, goddamn, you always got a mean smirk.
It don't even be like that.
And sometimes I be in deep thought. Most of the time, 95% of the time, I'm in deep thought. My mind never stopped churning, so I'm not aware of how my face look at every second of the minute, but like I said, even with my store, people to come in, they're like, man, you good? And I'm like, yeah, what made you even ask that? But it's probably,
you wearing past trauma on your face. Yeah, it's past trauma shit that you ain't got, and then it's contemplation at the same time.
Sometimes it be cool.
You trying to make your next move.
Sometimes it's a stress-free day. A stress-free situation. Yeah. So where like I'm not having any problem, but I may be, like I said, I'm always in deep thought.
You always in deep thought. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But those thoughts come with a certain face. So Pete, right? It's a lot of men saying, oh, LeBron James is a brand. She should never have on anything other than a smile. She's well taken care of. She ain't really got to take care of all of them kids. She ain't really got to cook every day. She ain't really got to watch her kids every day. They got butlers. They got servants. They got people that take the kids where they got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this shit that men are saying. And I'm from the standpoint is this.
And that's out of ignorance. Go ahead.
You don't know what the fuck they got going on at the house. You don't know what her daily responsibilities is. You don't know what she got to put on. And I'm sure that she done put on many fake smiles for the camera.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do agree.
So the one time that she do kind of put on some shit or whatever, like, and then she been with him since high school.
Like I said in the beginning, bro.
You
she
don't
been
even
since day one.
You don't even know if he done made a bad play, and her face is holding him accountable for that bad play.
She might be tired of them beating the shit out of her husband on the court.
Exactly.
They ain't calling no foul.
You don't fucking know.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
For us to be outside judging.
Judging and you know, like, that shit crazy.
Definitely. Then just to comment on the statement you just made about men saying about the butler. So I see in the mentality of a lot of men, if they have money, the direction they gonna take.
Exactly.
You're gonna let your family. You ain't gonna put none of your personal values into your family. You just gonna pay for everything. When you got the cook, the butler, you start to lose grips with reality. To me, if I had a bunch of money, I still want to be connected to my family.
How can you instill
and I want my children. I want my children to grow up to be regular people. You might not have the money. I got some money.
Right.
So when you go out into the world, I want you to be able to survive and connect with real life reality.
Exactly.
If you've been spoon fed, we might get some of the issues that the young Sander boy having.
Yeah.
That feeling everything's supposed to be given to him, and it was shown that, hey, no, you're not gonna have your way all the time.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And just to put a button on this conversation,
yes,
man,
sir.
For all you goofy motherfuckers out here saying that, you know, she's supposed to be perfect in front of the camera all the fucking time. That's how I know they ain't really been outside.
Right.
You been outside hustling.
There's no way I can be perfect every day.
But Pete, you been outside hustling. Mm-hmm. You done had your chick in the car before, and you outside hustling all day, picking up money, dropping off this, picking up that, whatever the case is. She not always gonna have a smile on. Baby, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
We need to go eat.
Yeah.
You been at it for about 7 hours and we ain't ate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So for you to even say that a woman's supposed to have that resting smile on her face, and she's supposed to be
24/7 just because I'm successful.
And just because you successful, and I get it that LeBron is a brand. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, going to galas, going to, you know, different banquets, going to different ceremonies. You have to put on that fake smile. Even as the product and everybody that's around the product being LeBron James, the brand being LeBron James, he has to wear a fake smile.
I don't like the fake thing. You know, as a society,
I don't either.
You know, if somebody feeling bad, hey man, look the way you ain't
That's
feeling
a
good.
fact.
I want to be able to have you smiling all the time, but then I thought something was cool. It was an actor or something. I think Tyrese even spoke on this here. Like he said, when I come outside all the time, you know, I put on this fake smile and stuff like that, and inside I'm really hurting.
Right.
How do I know to help you, man, or to you know, to give you a break or give you some space when we always got to put on this facade everywhere we go?
But the facade is only for the cameras. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you come off the camera and you got your real support team behind you, that's who's supposed to be able to come through and support you. It ain't the people that's supposed to see your pain on cameras, because everything that's in the camera is going to be captured in a space of time. It's going to be in a capsule. It's going to be in a time capsule. You know what I'm saying? So it's a must that sometimes that shit be quote unquote perfect. You know what I mean?
I think the successful situations like this podcast, I think they most successful because of the reality.
That's a fact.
When people becoming like, I done seen some of the successful podcasts when they're having a bad day, they get to express that.
They get to express that bad day.
When they happy, they express it, and I think the audience is grasping the authenticity of podcasts as opposed to the fake media.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate the real.
No, I appreciate the real.
Headache today.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, but we a certain type of human too, though.
No.
You know what I mean? And then there's other type of humans out there that with these goofy ass men be talking about, no, she's supposed to be I've heard this from many different men. No, he's a brand. She should never have a frown on her face. Look at all the things that he's doing. He's legendary. He's the scoring leader. You know what I'm saying? But what does that have to do with how she knows him? Because she knows him differently than how we know LeBron James. Like, y'all only talking about what y'all see.
That's LeBron, her husband. That's her husband, real life.
He done cried in her arms before.
Stuff we ain't seen.
Shit that we ain't seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as men, we know shit get real in relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. You go through problems in relationships.
Yeah.
And, you know, to think that your woman, even if you are a brand that's supposed to uphold this perfect personality or this perfect facade, just because you are who you are 24/7 and be perfect, that is, I know that y'all ain't really been outside like that. Yeah. You can't really be outside like that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with, hey, that's the way it should be. Yeah. You know, when you're in front of the cameras. I know, like, Ben Affleck and J-Lo, they wouldn't hide nothing. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it was outside. You see, when she wasn't feeling him, he wasn't feeling her. Hey, man, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we going through it right now.
Yeah,
and then I can respect that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
To me, it makes these stars or these people that we hold in high regard more relatable. Yeah, man, they got problems like we got. You know. Yeah. So it lets you know that everyday and regular people can become these things. Yeah. You know, we all got the same opportunity.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah, they got to put their pants on, their stomach growl.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Their stomach hurt. Yeah, they get gas just like everybody else do, man. Them regular people. So that's how I look at
but some beings. People look at other celebrities like idols. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They look at them like idols. They look at them like they role models.
That's low self-esteem to me.
Yeah. You think so?
To me.
Okay, I can't say if
you said the word idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They look at them like idols.
Yeah, idols?
Yeah. I ain't never looked at nobody like an idol, like another human. I never looked at another human like an idol. But some people do look at other humans like idols.
I respect a lot of them and appreciate a bunch of them, their art that they bring to society, whether it be acting, physical, athletics, academia. I respect it, but look at this individual like an idol or they're above me. I just never done it. If I don't accomplish certain things, I feel that I just came up short. Like I didn't put enough effort into it. Not that these individuals is better than me. Yeah. So that's just how I look at people.
Yeah, so what you was talking about with the Shedeur Sanders thing, man. You know, he done went to the draft. Everybody thought he was going first. You know, the first round at least. You know, they picked 5 QBs over him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he went into a whole nother later round. So what was you talking about when you had brought up Shedeur Sanders?
I had been thinking about it and watching it from a few different angles. And, you know, I thought about it. I felt one way 1 minute. Then I thought about it, you know, without, you know, any emotions. And, you know, I've been watching the boy through college. Yeah. I don't think he's the greatest quarterback that the draft had to give, but I do believe he's a very good quarterback. I think he would, especially within the right organization.
Do you think 5 quarterbacks should have been drafted before him, though?
No.
I just want to know that.
No. I seen 2 out of that 5, 2 of them. I feel that he had better talent and brought better things to the table. Yeah. And there's a lot of variables into it. Like, I'm not a professional scout or, you know, I've been watching sports too, you know, all my life. So, and I've been watching him and, you know, I believe he could be an asset to the right team. You know,
he went to the Browns
pretty quick. But, you know, they say the Browns is the team where all football players go to die.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, it's like
he went to the graveyard.
He's like Death Row.
He went to the graveyard.
Yeah, but that being said, though, me as a person, I'm the type I like to go in situations like that. Yeah, when they ain't never won, let me be the one.
Bust some ass.
If you be the first one, like, you know what I'm saying, Browns have had some teams way back in the day.
They did, yeah. Jim Brown.
Yeah, they had some. They've had some teams, but in the recent day, you know, in the last couple decades,
they've been fucked out.
Browns are always the team that nobody, you know, really want to watch. But going back to his situation, and I was like, man, it kind of. Yes, they did. You could say they was picking on him, but not really. I think that the NFL wanted to send out a statement as far as, and this has to do with the collegiate football and what's been allowed in college. So these young kids, they making so much money and getting so much exposure before you go to some of them. Some of them are way bigger stars than a lot of NFL players now, professional players. They coming into the NFL league with more hype, more following. Some of them have more money. I know Shador made last year more money than a lot of NFL players.
That's a fact.
Like $5 to $6 million. You got kickers, special team. They ain't even seeing nowhere near that type of bread. So when you expose a child, and like I said, I don't believe until you like 25 years old, because like I said, we ain't fully developed. People, when you're 18 years old, you still have a child like mine. You still got some development to do. Then you dump these kids and give them all this money, exposure, and fame, and I can understand it affecting the system. So this is where the NFL come in at. That's like, hey, we've been controlling our boys. Now
say it again.
Now we've been controlling our boys.
Okay.
Now you finna disrupt the plantation.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I always look at it like that, because I'm like, you know what?
So you feel like he got some lashes.
Let me get into it, because it go a little bit. It go back. So you know, they pay these boys a lot of money, but they making 10 times as much off of them. And people have systems and ways that they expect their organization, their business to run. One thing about the NFL, there's different cultures. It was a culture already put in place before we started even playing in the NFL. When blacks come into the NFL scene, we're different people. The way, let's just go to in the 80s. If you went to a white football game and you went to a black football game, you're going to see two different things. You're going to see two different types of talent. And the way we exchange words, the way we interact with each other. We grow up, we talk shit, it's fun. That's the way we do it. You go to another, you go to an Anglo basketball game, hey, they fundamentals, they helping each other up off the floor. That's not the way we do it. We have a different way that we have fun. So us as minorities, this is where the problem is with me. Us as minorities, we complain and we like, well, hey man, they should have picked that boy, and they just trying to make him bow down, and they want to teach him a lesson that, hey boy, we don't want you to disrupt the plantation. Why do we keep and continuing asking Master to treat us better? And they go back, I done made this statement too with some other with some other subjects that we done talked about in the past, but we keep on going back and asking Master to treat us better when we the ones that really, to me, as far as basketball and football, we make the league. Why we don't have our own football league?
I had to.
And we don't
hit the horns on that one.
And I seen a lot of brothers. So I seen, some of the celebrities, they were trying to buy NFL teams, but we don't have to be a part of the NFL. Why don't we make our own league? Why don't we make our own league? Same thing with boycotting these stores and shit.
Message.
Hey man, stop boycotting stuff and start building your own. Stop complaining. Like I said, I have a business myself. I had a couple of them. If you come into my establishment as an employee trying to tell me how to run it, I think you need to leave and go start your own. And you can do it however you want to do it. And it's okay. If somebody were to do that, you didn't do anything wrong. You may be very successful. Why are we asking people, regardless of that, it's their stuff. The NFL has been the way it's been. We trying to make, if it was racist in the beginning, why are we trying to change it? The same people still own it. It's theirs.
And we could still call it the NFL. You know what we'll call it?
We could switch the name.
We're going to call it the NFL. You know what we're going to call it?
What's that stand for?
The Negro Football League.
Hey, if you want to change it up, that's fine. We could do our own thing.
The Negro Football League.
The closest we got, I think Puff, they turned him down. We try to always be a part of something we try to be a part of things that don't accept us. That's weird.
Yeah.
I tell my children, man, don't be trying to fit in at school. Do you. Whoever likes you or your type of people, they're going to come to you. Don't try to fit in with something that don't accept you. And we've been doing it for years, and we've been
trying to make the shoe fit.
Hey, we haven't learned our lesson yet.
We've been trying to stuff our goddamn big ass size 12s and a size 9.
It ain't working.
It ain't gonna work. Our feet always gonna hurt doing that.
If we appreciate, like I said, if you don't want to do that, you don't want to do the work, then yes, you need to humble yourself. Like they said, the man came in super cocky.
Yeah.
If I already got a structure, and I got my boys in line already, and you come in here with this flair, and what you gonna do and what you ain't gonna do, how I'm gonna control the rest of them?
You know what I like about him getting picked so late? It puts a little bit more logs in that fireplace.
I really believe when he gets the opportunity to touch the field,
he's gonna show the fuck out.
He's gonna light
He's going to show.
I know he is. I just know it because
one thing
being put in that position as a man. Yeah,
one thing you can't do is put us in a position where we feel like that we done gotta prove something.
And he
gotta prove something.
And I didn't get that Kunta Kinte vibe from his pedigree, his dad.
Yeah,
like
they ain't got it.
Some cats you just can't. The more you give them lashes, they keep on.
They love it.
They keep on talking.
It never breaks the fire. It ignites the fire.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying. You ever had one of them boys that you punch in the face? You punch in the face and you just
get madder and madder.
Get madder and madder.
Yeah, man. I feel like that.
I like that.
That's the type of person.
I like that.
That's the type of attitude that I personally like to carry for myself.
You gotta have it.
Don't tell me I can't do something.
Oh man, as soon as you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna show up and show out.
Oh, I'm gonna die trying. I'm willing
That's
to.
a fact.
I'm willing to
die by it.
Yeah, I'm willing to lay it all on the line. Yeah. To prove a point.
Yeah, to prove a point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fucking
that's
fact.
How I am. Yeah.
Say, man, but man, his daddy, Hall of Fame, got the jacket.
Yeah.
A Hall of Fame coach, and we're going to put him in a Hall of Fame coach. He done turned 2 programs around. Mm-hmm. This ain't been done. He going to Jackson State University, turning their program around. Going to Colorado, turning their program around.
I think this is one kind of unfortunate situation that this is going to turn out great. For this, that kid.
I think
it's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be a great
I think he need to put some weight on, put some muscle on, because now you going up into them big boy league. That's a man game.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a man game. You got 6 foot.
But he got his daddy though. They know.
Man, his daddy ain't got nothing to do with
but his daddy has been there to give him the information.
That's a fact.
So he's not going into the NFL blind. Him or his brother.
Yeah, but he a little. Mm-hmm. He's small. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's small.
Oh, they didn't have some small ones before and be great.
I don't know if I seen a smaller one other than
Flutie was small.
Flutie was, but Shedeur is skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Flutie was short and small.
Yeah, but
he worked.
He ain't last long.
But he had some good years. He had some really good football years.
Long.
Yeah.
He ain't last.
And some of these Heismans that's going in and being flopped. Hey man, I could name some football players that were overlooked and small and did pretty good and fared out pretty well. Yeah. I think Shedeur gonna be great over time.
I think over time he's gonna be great.
But one thing I do want to comment also, when people was talking about how cocky and arrogant he was when he was picked in the 5th round and his brother late in the rounds. To me, his pops, everybody showed they were grateful.
Support,
Yeah, and he didn't look bad. He was excited, even at the 5th round. So I applaud him for that. Yeah. You got a lot of people to be like, "Oh man," and
time
you would have seen it in their face.
About time,
I should have already been picked, but they didn't show that. Yeah. They showed gratefulness to even be in the NFL, and I'm applauding for that.
Tom Brady was picked in the later round.
I think he was third round pick.
He was picked in the later round. Came out to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Jerry Rice was picked in the second, third round.
You know what I'm saying? So boy, don't you get discouraged.
I don't think he is. They didn't show that.
Yeah. Don't you get this? Hey man, use that as fuel.
He got something to prove. Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I done threw over 4,000 yards.
My first game, I'm trying to throw for 500.
Man, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to put 500 on the board.
Yeah, I'm gonna put something on that board, man. I'm gonna put something on that board. But his dad, a legend in the game. A lot of people say that they like Deion Sanders and they don't like Deion Sanders. The way that he played the game, the flamboyant way that he played the game. He used to he used to go in a motherfucking end zone with the hand on his head. You know what I'm saying? Stepping and shit.
Yeah, like that was a lot for them to deal with then, and now we got part two.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, I wanted to say too, and this this way it get a little controversial. I don't think the NFL was wrong by the way that they run their plantation. They already got rules that would have changed up everything. Yeah. This guy would not have been able to been told nothing, I believe. So I think it's gonna work out for him.
It's gonna work out.
And if and I don't believe the NFL or the NBA really respect our culture and what we bring to the game.
That's a fact.
So I'm telling the people, stop complaining about it. We can do our own thing. Ice Cube already made a step toward that, and he got all kind of flack. They tried to downgrade it, and TV show he had to wrestle with the stations to get aired. He was running into a lot of different problems, but at least he had the courage to jump out there and start his own. And everything starts with something somewhere. We can do our own thing. We don't have to be part of the NFL. Let's start our own league.
I want to talk about that. Let's talk about Ice Cube for a second.
Okay.
He got his own 3-on-3 league.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Been running it for a couple years now. Mm-hmm. Successful. I look at it as a success.
I do too.
It's a lot of the NBA OGs that's on there. You know what I'm saying? They play hard. It means something to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got these other cats. I don't know if you watch Gil's Arena, but you have Brandon Jennings. He's coming out with his own one-on-one league, and this is the message that I want to give to my brothers. Mm-hmm. If you see somebody like Ice Cube stepping into the space, don't step on his toes.
Please.
You can't step on his toes.
Even if you don't like it, it ain't all of that.
You go to Ice Cube and say, hey, I got this idea. Can we collaborate?
How can we make it better?
With 3-on-3, and I can still do my thing under the umbrella of the 3-on-3, so we could show some form of unity. And still, and you know what I'm saying, and sturdiness and steadfastness where we together to where we could say, okay, this is a 3-on-3, but this is Brandon Jennings doing his one-on-one thing.
Right. That just, us coming together, that would just make that strong. Because like I said, in the beginning, yes, everything that we start in the beginning will be minute compared to these super corporations and businesses that's been around for years.
That's a fact.
But we got to understand, everything starts somewhere. We have to have a starting point.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and if we get together, we can make these small things become great.
Exactly. And
I agree, brother.
Yeah, and so Brandon Jennings, he's a star on Gil's Arenas. I salute that podcast. I love that podcast. I watch that podcast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a great podcast to me. It got great hosts. You know what I'm saying? Co-hosts and different members that's on there.
And we get to see some information about the NBA that we never knew, the inside stuff.
They knowledgeable about it. They done did it.
Stuff we didn't get to see in the back
locker room. You know what I'm saying? Rashard on there. You got Brandon Jennings on there.
What was really going on, though.
You know what I'm saying? They have Cheryl Swoops on there. They have other legendary people that's on there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I can't forget they host. That's a good host, bro. That's a good-ass host. He one of the best in the game, I got to say that.
Okay.
But I'm saying, when y'all go to try to play basketball and want to do business, and I understand that you want your check. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want your check. But at the same time, if you see Ice Cube in that lane, go to Cube. Go to Cube and say, hey, man, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I might have this investor over here that want to invest in this. But because you Cube, because you got this going already, you got the gyms, you got the audience.
Yeah, you already got the.
You know what I'm saying?
The pilot already lit.
The template is already there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Go mess with Cube and see what you could build with him. He don't even got to be in a business meeting. All he got to do is give you the okay that say, hey, yes, I collaborate with your brand, the one-on-one. Even if you want to do Patrick Beverley's defensive thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could all do all that shit under one umbrella. And when y'all come out and y'all promote it, it'll be looking like black unity at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the fuck we missing as black people. Everybody want to do their own shit. Oh, Cube got his shit over there. I got my shit over here. I'm going to do the one-on-one league. He got the 3-on-3 league. Somebody else gonna come with the 2-on-2 league.
Yeah, we ain't gotta keep making.
We ain't gotta keep doing it.
All the different umbrellas.
You understand what I'm saying? We can just come out of, and it's not like I don't believe Cube is a selfish person.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I know Cube will look at your business and be like, hey man, that's you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you bring in is what you bring in. That's your bread. That's your money. You know what I'm saying? Cube is a legend. Cube is rich. Cube got his own shit going on. And obviously he passionate about basketball. You know what I'm saying? This week got a triple-double. You understand what I'm saying? So at the same time, we have to look at these things and say, hey man, let me go mess with my brother and see what I could build with my brother and see what my brother can add on to what I got going on. Because he might have some business relationships as far as Cube that'll actually help out you and what you trying to do with your one-on-one league, Brandon Jennings.
Definitely. And when you talk about that unity, to give you an example of what we should do, the NFL this weekend showed unity.
Yeah.
It was a lot of teams. I guarantee you, whatever phone calls was made not to draft that boy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I want him.
They didn't draft some of the roughest gangsters into the NFL, and it wasn't an issue long as they was their athletic ability. They were like, hey, when we get them there, we'll work with them. But it was a phone call made throughout the NFL, and they all stuck together.
Yep.
And they said, wasn't nobody gonna touch that boy for whatever reasons that conversation was about.
Yep.
And they showed unity throughout the NFL. They stayed unified.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what that shit is about. But speaking about the NFL,
yes, sir.
It's another Hall of Fame legend that's under a microscope right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
He been there a few
The
times.
sharpest.
Yeah.
The Shannon of sharpest.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe.
But it seemed like taking care of
legendary tight end.
He's not too sharp when it comes to take care of business. And he ain't really done nothing outlandish or nothing crazy.
Yeah.
That's opinionated, but it's just the way he go about doing things. He don't put no protection on himself. Yeah, man. When you reach a certain status, you got to understand. To society, you become prey.
Yeah. Let me lay it out for you though.
Okay.
Shannon Sharpe has sexual allegation case headed by Tony Bugsby, which is, we're going to get into him a little bit later, by a woman named Gabriella Zuniga.
Okay.
Or Zuniga.
Okay.
She's suing him for $50 million.
Wasn't she an OnlyFans model or something?
Hey man, she you know,
she's selling. She okay,
you
cool.
know, she's selling meat. She doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? She 19, 20 years old,
selling herself on the
Shannon Sharpe is 54.
So what? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's 54.
Okay.
She's suing him for $50 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it says multiple instances of rape.
Wow.
And sexual assault and emotional distress during their relationship, which began
they had a relationship
in 2023.
Okay.
When she was 19 years old. The lawsuit alleges that Sharpe recorded and distributed sexual activity without her consent and engaged in a pattern of manipulation and abuse. That's what it say.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
That sounds like them fake indictments when you get a ticket
That's
when
tough.
you get downtown. They read the indictment out.
Boy, it's
like
bad.
The indictment be bad.
Yeah, boy, it's bad.
None of that happened.
Tony Busby put it, and
he's a lawyer. He's supposed to write it and make it because he's trying to win.
He's
The whole
trying
point
to
is
win.
to win.
He's trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what happened? Shannon Sharpe put out, he leaked some texts.
Receipts.
There's some receipts. Shannon Sharpe say, hey, this is not how this is going to go.
Nah.
I'm going to show you how.
Even if I got to expose some of my personal business.
You know what I'm saying? And it's personal.
Now y'all finna see how I get out. But
he was about to sign a $100 million deal. He had to step down from ESPN. You understand what I'm saying? So you won't see him on First Take. I think after this case is wrapped up, because I think it's going to be wrapped up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because of what I know. This shit is gonna be wrapped up pretty fast, and he'll get everything that he was supposed to get. I don't think the deal might be $100 million. I think it might go down to 50 to 75 million.
I think it's an opportunity too, like when we spoke about. Hey, you really don't need ESPN at First Take. I think he's big enough to do his own thing.
That's true, and him doing his own thing would have brought him that $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Him doing his own thing would have brought him that $100 million deal that he was looking for, that he was about to get.
I was always told somebody offer you $100 million, you probably worth 3.
And then peep this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you how not smart she is.
Okay.
She's suing this man for $50 million. He told her that he'll give her 10, right? He told her that he'll give her 10.
That's wild.
And settle it out because he didn't want all of this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't want his personal business out because he is a public figure. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother conversation that we gonna have after this.
Yeah, we can't keep paying them just.
We can't keep doing that.
Yeah, they know. Well, you know what? I got enough. Just to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna continue to pray. They be like, "Well, I can get a quick 10
That's
million,
a fact.
and I know he don't want it out." Nah, man.
So
I ain't get nothing.
So this woman, Gabrielle Zuniga, is into some freaky shit. She's into some freak shit.
That's what
the text say.
What her response?
Yeah, her text
what she said she want to do.
Text say that she wants some, shades of gray.
It's explicit.
She wanted some, 7 shades of gray.
Wow, yeah.
She said that she wanted him to tie her up. Mm-hmm. She said that she wanted that baby gravy. Yeah. No, she said that. Yeah. I'm quoting now.
Yeah.
She wanted the baby gravy. Oh, she wanted him to put a big black baby in her.
Not a regular one, but a big one.
That's what she said.
A big one.
She said she
don't want to have a regular baby. She wanted
a big black baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said, bro. She said she wanted a big black baby. Yeah. She said that she wanted her Shannon Sharpe to put a dog collar on her.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, she said that she sent him a picture of a woman tied up crazy. It said that she wanted Shannon Sharpe to do that to her.
What's that? The BDSM?
BDSM.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
You understand? Everybody got their own favorite. We ain't shaming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't shaming. You like being tied up. You like being spanked.
People, that's
you like eating out of. You like licking out of the dog bowl, licking out of the toilet. All that.
That's your play.
That's your play.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But though it's gonna be kind of hard to argue that in court but. One thing to her defense is, and you could tell when they start documenting shit, they put certain sentences out there. I told you to stop, and you didn't stop.
I know I told you to choke me, but then I was like, okay, that was enough.
That was enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I told you to use protection, and you didn't use protection. I told you not to put it in my...
Yeah.
And you put it in my...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I told you to stop, you didn't stop. Those were some texts that she sent to him, you know what I'm saying? And he said, well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But if you haven't, and then when you get into court, all of this stuff is going to come out. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff
you got to be cross-examined.
Yeah.
She got to answer them questions too. And
she got to answer them questions.
Let them text she sent.
Yeah. You wanted to be tied up, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You told him you wanted the baby gravy, right?
Yeah, multiple times. We said it was since 2023, right?
2023.
So they ain't been together a few times.
Yeah, baby gravy. I never heard of it.
That's gonna be wild. I wonder if this gonna be live, like the OJ. Yeah, they need to make this one live.
You know, and this is not a criminal case at the same time.
It's a civil suit.
It's a civil suit. Mm-hmm. So it being a civil suit means that you didn't really feel like anything criminal happened to you.
Right.
Because if you would have felt anything criminal happened to you, it wouldn't be a civil case. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now let's talk about the lawyer.
Yeah, I'm countersuing for defamation of character.
That's what he's suing for.
Yeah,
defamation of character.
We both suing each other.
Yeah, and then you could tell that she said she wanted the baby gravy.
I'm suing for $100 million because you just messed with my money.
You coming with something.
Yeah, this $100 million deal, you got snatched off the table.
Yeah, I want you to go to jail a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want you to go to jail a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and then to say that you wanted the baby gravy means
stress it down. Okay.
Means you wanted to have a baby by this man.
Yeah, okay, you taking it a little deeper, like
you wanted to have a baby by this man. And why you wanted to have a baby by a 54-year-old man?
Yeah, why?
Because you wanted to be taken care of for the rest of your fucking life.
Well, we all know that. But
you wanted to run off on them and put them on child support. And these are the behaviors because you could tell that if she's coming out with these allegations,
right,
then her saying that I wanted the baby gravy, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy in itself. Like, who puts those words together, right? And saying I wanted a big black baby in my stomach. She was talking about how she was eating and she felt bloated and she felt like she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time in these texts. You understand what I'm saying?
So that don't sound like a woman that's been abused and don't want something. Usually, they never wanted it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It was forced on them.
It was forced on them. Yeah. And so, stepping away from that, we could see what you would have done with the baby had you would have had Sherry baby.
Yeah.
It was up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, she wanted half for your estate.
She wanted half. She sold for $50 million.
Yeah, it would have been $200 million with a kid.
What? And then moving from that, Tony Bugsby.
Yeah.
Right? He is the number one person that a lot of these people go to when they have these type of cases. When celebrity women have these type of cases. Tony Bugsby was on the Deshaun Watson case. You know what I'm saying? He represented 22 women on that case.
Yeah.
They settled out.
That was popping up at all different types of time. It was so weird.
And then
this man these people
took this man through so much shit. You know what I'm saying? He had to switch teams. His career is not what it was. You know what I'm saying? The Astroworld shit. He was on the Astroworld shit with Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's on that case. You know, he just finished with Jay-Z. The lady that put the rape allegations against Jay-Z, which was thrown out. You understand what I'm saying?
I wonder if these celebrities are seeking him out, or is he approaching them with situations or opportunities?
I can get you this bread.
Yeah,
I can get you this bread. And
it seems like he preys on celebrities, like to take them down.
He's on the Diddy case.
Yeah, that's
he's
crazy.
representing over 150 women on the Diddy case.
Wow. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
He the go-to guy.
He's the go-to guy to get that bread.
Get your bag.
And you know where he based out of? Houston, Texas.
Wow.
Our hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that too.
I want to get an interview with him. What if we get an interview with Tony Bugsby?
Oh man, I'm Tony. I don't think Tony would like that one. Yeah, I got some questions for
I got some questions for Tony. Old Tony too.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it looks like that.
People alone stop praying on him, man.
But he's a hustler though.
Yeah.
He hustling. You can't never knock the hustle, even though if it's fucked up to us.
But to get some clarity on this topic, what I don't understand is how in 2025, with all the things that's been happening in the last few years with these different suits, women marrying, especially the NBA, dating these girls and they, break up with them. They ain't even married and trying to sue for money. With all that's going on in the climate that we have, like Shannon to me is old enough. It's like, when you do certain things, it's a certain way you have to do it.
Yeah.
You got, like I said, just having a few text receipts. Like now, you have to watch what you say. You can't do anything. You may think this is a regular, average, just female or just a beautiful female, whatever, OnlyFans or just a regular person. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you think you conversating with an average everyday, but all the time when they first meet you and they first
got a motive.
Yeah,
they got an ulterior motive on
so being a celebrity,
they running the play.
You have to think everybody you run across in the beginning got a motive until you find out that it's not a motive. Yep. So you got to move accordingly.
Yep.
So I don't understand why these guys not moving correctly. Yeah. If you're not doing anything foul. If you're not doing anything foul.
She was freaky though.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of them.
That's one thing that get a man right there. That's freaky shit right there.
That ain't nothing new, man.
Man, a woman hit you up and say, "Hey, I want to put this dog collar on for you."
Yeah,
boy, you gonna look at your phone like, what?
Yeah, I know it.
What?
Yeah, delete.
You want to do what?
Yeah.
Hey,
that collar would have got you out. I got you. You were
back in the day.
You were locked.
Back in the day, I would have got me.
The collar.
Me at 54?
And you want to?
Hell no. Me at 54? No, I'd have been there and done all of that. and then I got money. I'm
A lot
already,
of money. Yeah, a
I'm
lot of
already
money.
suspicious now.
What did she say she want to have your baby?
Nah, get the fuck out of here. I ain't having no motherfucking baby.
Yeah, for
nah,
what?
nigga, please.
For what?
Yeah, that'll get you
When
cut
she
off.
said that, I would have been like, who gonna take care of it?
That'll get you cut off. Yeah, that'll get you cut off like a motherfucker talking to me.
20,
Yeah.
and you want a big
And
black
that's
baby
another
for
thing.
me.
Why?
To do what?
What do you have in common as a 54-year-old with a 19-year-old other than sex, bro?
Nothing.
That's it. Y'all ain't got shit to talk about, and that's what grooming takes place in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to add this too. You know, they got the phone conversation where she says, "I want you to stop manipulating me," right?
Yeah.
And he says, yo, I hate when you say that shit. I'm not. He goes to say, next time I see you, you say that shit one more time. Next time I see you, I'm gonna choke the shit out you. You know what I'm saying?
He said that too.
But that's on audio. That's on the video call.
Okay.
She's recording the call.
Yeah.
They record calls, fellas.
Yeah.
They record calls, okay?
Yeah.
So nigga, I done said worse to a woman. Yeah, choke shit out you. Yeah, I done told motherfuckers I'm a DDT they ass.
He's just joking too.
Yeah, just joking.
Yeah, but then you don't know how that on a
throw your ass in the garbage when I
on a
see you.
recording though. If you play it back and
Yeah, that's a fact.
just
it
boom,
sound bad.
you cut it down to just that.
Take all the context out.
Man, come on.
And then it takes out the human, you know what I'm saying, like the type of relationship that we got. When I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out
Yeah,
you.
you know,
when
we
I
might
see
be,
you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because
Like,
I ain't
we don't
recording
be
none of your
meaning
calls when you talk to me crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't got none of the.
Yeah. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. That's
so,
so wild.
So yeah. Hey fellas.
That's crazy. I really do. I don't. I just don't understand. It seems like he intelligent enough and been through enough, even with the phone, the accidental record, like it seemed like he would have been a little bit more careful in the thing. But I see this was like even before that, she had been building a case from the
Exactly.
I think from the very first day they ever had a conversation, she had a
motherfucker.
play. She just played the long game with him, and she just not coming out with him. Coming out with it.
She been playing the long game.
Yeah, she
for
played
sure.
the long game.
Yeah, she wanted that baby gravy,
Yeah.
baby. And that nigga said nope. He said nope. You understand me?
I don't think he was big. The reason why she hadn't pulled the trigger earlier because he wasn't big enough yet. Because they had been dating before the Cat Williams interview. He really hadn't blown. Even though he got some NFL money.
Yeah, he got some NFL money for sure. He
once you
some
get
millions.
but once you get out the NFL, you got to budget that money though.
Yeah.
You got to have some other income.
But if she was smart like that, she would have waited till he got that $100 million deal. She didn't wait till he got that $100 million deal.
Yeah.
That's really what she should have did. See, like Shannon, if I put a woman on you, man, if I go put a woman on you, man, she gonna wait till that $100 million deal comes.
Yeah, but maybe her angle was let me pull the trigger now to scare him from getting the $100 million deal. So if he act fast enough and gonna give me the 50, and
He said that he was gonna. He said it 10. 10 wasn't enough. For
She
him.
wanted the 50. See, none of this may have never got out if he would have agreed to the 50 off the top. Nobody know nothing. You see what I'm saying? He still get the $100 million deal, everything.
No 50.
But she was like, "You finna get 100, so go on, give me 50 and be quiet."
Oh, fam. Man.
Or you ain't gonna get none.
Yeah.
Cause I'm finna blow it.
Yeah, or you just die.
Well,
Or you just come up missing.
see, we live. You can't say no
Say,
anything.
man, listen,
Nah,
I don't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
'cause I don't know what I might do tomorrow. And then it's like, man, he said it on there. Gonna have that clip. He said he would do it. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, yeah, or you might come up missing around this month. That's some big money, man.
Yeah.
That's some big money. A nigga think about start doing some things to you. So let's get to this school stabbing, man.
Yeah.
With this Carmelo Anthony, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I've been kind of back and forth.
Because I don't know too much about it. I've just been seeing it on Facebook and YouTube, and I don't know really the details. You know the details of it, like you know why.
I know a little bit. What really bothered me when I heard about it, it's like, you know, in public, and I'm thinking of, like I said, I always go back to like where we at, because it's like we've in the last 50, 60 years, like we have to have made some advancements in society.
Yeah.
And to be like any race or any person, like for racial issues, if that's the case.
Yeah.
For you to tell me where I can sit, that's like telling me I can't drink out this water fountain. I'm just saying.
Where they was at?
It was in Austin, Texas, at a relay.
At a relay.
Yeah, at a track meet.
So a track meet relay.
Yeah.
Somebody was trying to tell somebody where they
a young boy, he was actually had a tent. You know how they said track meets, they had in the stands, they had a tent where the team sit up under the tent.
Yeah.
And I guess at the edge of the tent, the boy was sitting, kind of up under another team's tent. He's not a track member at all. He was a patron watching the track meet. Happened to be up under the tent. And this particular team, there were twin brothers. One of the brothers approached the boy. The brother said that the white kid, which was a track team member, which tent he was under, had got physical with him. We don't know as far as the allegations are still going in court, but we know that he was told that he couldn't sit in that spot in the stands. And they in the stands. It's like, in today's time,
stands is a public area.
You might as well tell me I can't use this bathroom and drink out of this water fountain. And if, like I said, if the kid was doing something wrong and you a track team member, you go tell your coach. Yeah. If he was doing wrong, you don't
can't take it upon you.
Don't have authority. Don't put your hands on me.
You know what I'm saying?
I personally may be sitting in the wrong place. I might be in the wrong spot. Yeah. But let the authorities handle that.
Right, there you go, the authorities.
It's the same thing, and I feel the same way about even like the Trayvon Martin. You watching the boy, he looked like this, and if you felt that way, call the police. Yeah. Well, how did you take we got citizens.
Yeah, he took it in his own
taking
hand.
the law into their own hand, and then when it don't turn out the way they want, it's like, he stabbed the father, like he stabbed my boy and killed him. Like your boy should have left him alone.
So the boy died.
Yeah, he killed him.
Damn.
He stabbed him one time. He pulled out his pocket knife. Like he said, the boy tried to grab him or move him out the seat, and he says that he pulls his pocket knife out and hit him one time in the heart. Yeah. That just, it probably wasn't
hit him like this or hit him like this?
It probably, I'm not sure.
So nigga hit him like this. I mean, you got some practice in your life. You hit him.
I don't think he was intentionally hit him. It just happened to puncture his heart. He stabbed the boy in the chest.
Oh, he stabbed him in the chest. And
it happened to be in his heart. I hate that the young guy died. Nobody, especially when it's child violence right now, because it's at an all-time high, whether it be black or white. I don't like to hear children, young adults doing stuff to each other. But it's a bigger picture for me, because I'm like, why are people in public telling other human beings where they can't, like, and it's not, and you're a patriot just like me. You coming to watch the track, man, and I might be in the wrong spot. Yeah. You not the security guard. You not the host of the track meet. It's not your job. Don't come put your hands on me. You can ask me politely. If I don't comply with you, you not my authority. Yeah. He may have had a good reason why he was sitting there. He may have been told he could sit there. Go talk to some of the people that's over the tent, your coaches or your authority figures to get something done. It's not, and I've seen it a lot of times in life, people take the law into their own hand. Yeah. Like that guy, I believe it happened in Houston, where the lady, it was a judge's, her boyfriend choked the brother out because he was pissing in public. That happened about 10 years ago. Now, this guy's not the police, but true enough, we shouldn't be urinating in public. But y'all call the police. It ain't my job to jump up from the table and be like, I'm going to teach you a lesson and be Superman for everybody. We don't have Supermans in actual society. And I think that's a big problem. Like I said, and one thing we, as people, especially in America, we like to focus on the aftermath. Yeah. We don't focus on like the cause of different things. If that boy would still be alive if he mind his business. Yeah. If he was there to run track, run the track meet. You see something going wrong, that's not your job to do that. Go tell the teacher. Go tell Go tell somebody, authoritative figure that's over the track meet, if he needed to move out of that space. That's not our job. And I see a lot of people in society, they be playing cops and they really not police and putting themselves in harm's way. And then when the harm come and it don't turn out the way, and it's like, oh, it's the bad guy. It's like, nah, you should have put your hands on it.
But just like in one of our earlier episodes, we talked about we need conflict resolution skills to be taught in school.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that needs to be inside of our schools. That needs to be a part of a curriculum.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Especially like with the content and different material that's out in the young culture now, violence is like the go-to thing.
That's a fact.
Everything that nobody's having a conversation with.
And violence really ain't the answer.
No, it's not. A real man is a man that can actually humble himself for the moment, have a conversation, and reach some type of agreement.
Yeah.
I learned that's like the hardest thing to do, and I've almost come in. I'm almost to the point I mastered. If you're willing, this can be a peaceful situation every time dealing with me.
Yeah.
And I may go into a situation heated, and if I see somebody got some resolve and they're like, hey, let's talk about it, I'm always willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool. Let's get an understanding. This is what I'm seeing that you're doing wrong for me. And a lot of times I'm looking at a situation one way, and then once we hear both sides on the table, we can see we can reach an agreement, and we can go on about our life. Yeah. That's how people grow. Yeah. But you're right. These young kids and young adults need to be taught how to handle a confrontational situation. And it's not, hey, who can pull out but our society promotes guns.
That's our culture.
That's what we...
Yeah, that's our culture. That's
not just our culture, because you got the NRA. We don't own that.
Yeah, that's true.
And we live in Texas. Texas is a pro-gun state.
That's a fact.
All we want to, how much, we want to make silencers legal. We want to make everything about a gun and a weapon legal in the state of Texas. It has nothing to do with culture. You have people that are pro-gun, pro-ammunition. Yeah. Like, why do we promote that so much? Why don't we promote like having a conversation, peace?
Yeah.
And it's okay with, and we got some people, there are people you cannot talk to. Yeah. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I will try. Once I see that, hey, there's no communication still, then I will defend myself.
Some people you gotta lay down.
Whatever it takes.
Some people you gotta lay down.
Whatever it takes. I just tell people, don't scare me.
That's a fact.
I'm scary. Don't scare me. Because I will protect myself if you scare me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the first thing I was saying. He's scared.
I was scared.
That's a fact, too.
Scared for my life.
No, that's a fact.
But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a shame that incident happened, but I hope that's a lesson that people can learn. I mean, a lot of things happen bad in society, but there's still, even some of our worst situations, there's still some good that we can take from it. And every situation is not to be handled on your own. Sometimes they have people that have jobs, they put their life on the line. They get paid to do this now. They get a check every day to interfere and intervene in situations.
And resolve the conflict.
Let them people do their job.
And resolve the conflict.
Man, I don't get paid to do that.
And that's why I say we should have conflict resolution skills inside of school, man.
At an early age.
I don't think nobody out here, even the people that want to do it, you know what I'm saying, are born with the predisposition of wanting to take somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's not something that...
Where do we fit in society?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, all I just want to take life? No, don't nobody want to do that.
Don't nobody want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I believe that too, man. I don't believe anybody is born bad. You know what I'm saying? And all of that other shit. But yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation that has happened. You know what I mean? We just need to be taught better as people, man, growing up. We need to be taught about our emotions and emotional intelligence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be going through therapy through middle school and high school. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially if you want to be able to raise and grow, effective and efficient human beings at the same time.
And doing it at an early age. That's so we, especially within our culture, we can identify the trash that's been passed on, because sometimes we don't even know we're living with trash in our mind that's been passed on through our parents. They didn't know any better. Then we take this trash because we lived around it, and then we continue with the trash. Yeah. But if you have teachings and studies and information in the schools, or even centers outside the schools, where for myself as an individual, I can learn, hey, what's right and wrong, and what's going to be conducive for me to put forth positive things into society, instead of just taking what was given to me by parents, because a lot of our parents don't know no better. Because they didn't have the therapy, they didn't have any of the life skills. They don't have these things. Yeah. So if we make these things available, somewhere we can break, what do you say, break the chain? Yeah. Break the chain of some of that negativity.
Yeah, man. And, you know, break the chain, break the generational curses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And progress. Because we are progressing, like we are in the information age. You know what I'm saying? So it's a must that we progress. It's a must that we become effective. It's a must that we start learning about our emotions. It's a must that we start going into therapy and understanding ourselves on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? And understanding the different traumas that we've been through and how to deal with that shit.
I dig it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But the main thing too, like, you know, just, you know, put a button on this situation. It was a lot of individuals of our culture saying that the boy was wrong and he shouldn't have did A, B, and C. And it's at the end of the day too, us as people, I think we've reached a point to, like, hey, when necessary, we don't need to be. It's time for us to stop being pushed around. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not drinking, and you can't tell me which water fountain to drink. Yeah. If it's a public water fountain, I'm gonna drink out of it. Yeah. I'm never gonna allow myself. Now, I don't know as a coach, but me as an individual, I'm not going back to that. Yeah. Like, my people died, they fought for the equality. You can't tell me where to sit. Don't put your hands on me. Or sometimes, you know, to get a point across, hey, you're gonna suffer some type of consequences.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. So that was for the coons. That was for the coons that, you know, was quick to speak up, because you the individuals that's really kind of holding our people back. Because you're gonna be the first one, like, hey, master, they talking about running tonight. Seemed like y'all one of them. There was a few of them that called in radio stations. I was listening to them, like, hey, boy, what's wrong? You don't know. Yeah, what if I tell you, boy, do this here and push you out your seat?
And y'all don't know the situation. He might have felt threatened for his life too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And then he had all of that shit going on, man.
Yeah, man. Don't nobody want to tell in 2025 to tell me where I can sit. And I know you paid your ticket to get in the track meet just like me. Yeah. Who were you? Yeah. So it just depends, man.
Yeah, man. So we're going to wrap up the episode right there, man. Certified
that's cool,
Talk,
man. I appreciate talking to y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. So look, man. Look, this is another thing now we need to tell the people, man. What we trying to do, man, is very serious, bro. We bring y'all real topics, give y'all real point of views. You know what I mean? We real people with real opinions. You know, it's a lot of people that's on TikTok, a lot of people on YouTube that really, you know what I'm saying, they mess with the show, they mess with us, you know, and I know that y'all don't really like to share nothing but other than negativity. You know what I'm saying?
But we give you some junk every night.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta mix it in with the gumbo.
But I gotta tell you some real talk. That's certified talk. It wouldn't be certified if we didn't give y'all no real.
We ain't give it to you. So what we'd like for y'all to do, man, share, subscribe, repost, do all of that shit that y'all do with the negativity. Do it with us, because we really trying to help and heal the community at the same time. You know
and even if you disagree, we cool with that. Yeah, man. Open to opinion. That's like I said. At the end of the day, we
gonna get on y'all ass in them comments.
Depending on which is.
We gonna get on y'all ass.
I will respond. You say something too slick though.
We gonna respond.
I'm gonna speak up. Like I said, I'm a real person.
Hey, look, they gonna get their own segment on the show too.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, if they want to show out, you know what I'm saying. We gonna put your little profile up there and all of that shit.
We'll fade the smoke.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, so
don't run from it.
Yeah, so don't act like you jump in them comments and we ain't gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah, you
for
say
your
that.
comments.
Yeah, just be ready to explain what you say.
Yeah, and get your videos up, because we coming for that ass, man. Just one more time. Stop the motherfucking cap. Go and take care of your family, man. God bless. This is Certified Talk with Jomo, J-Mo, G Smith, Mr. Certified, here at the Certified Input, bringing y'all the Certified Talk, man. Salute.